Oh boy, backyard buddies, look what I found today in my backyard. How exciting! It is Thursday, April 30th, the last day of the month. And look what I found. I found some worms to show you. I'm hoping that this afternoon when you go out to play, you might be able to look for some worms. Now, the first thing to keep in mind when you go worm hunting is that when you find them and put them into your hand, they have to stay moist. So I've got my spray bottle filled with water here, and I'm going to keep spraying my hands to keep the worms moist. The reason why they have to stay moist is because they actually breathe through their skin. They don't have lungs like we do. When we take a deep breath in fact, everybody try that. Take a deep breath in. When you do that, you fill all that air up into your lungs. And when you breathe out, you push that air back outside from your lungs. But worms don't have lungs. So they have to breathe air through their skin. And the only way that they can do that is to stay nice and moist. What do you say we put on our nature detective caps today to see if we can use our senses to learn more about worms? Let's use our eyes to look closely at the worms. What colors do you see? Do you see any dots or lines on the worms? Do you see any legs? No. Do you see any feathers that would make these worms called birds? No. They're worms, not birds. Do you think worms have a head and a tail end? Do you think they have eyes or a mouth? These are all good observations that I would like you to see when you find some worms this afternoon to look at. What about how they feel when you have a worm on your hand? See if you can come up with some good words to describe how they feel. What about how they smell? Oh no! Put a worm up to your nose and smell it. See if you can come up with words to describe how those worms smell. And what about how they sound? Maybe you can get really, really quiet and put the worm up near your ear to see if it makes any sounds. You'll have to listen very closely. So use your eyes to look, your fingers to touch, your nose to smell, your ears to hear. And do you think we should use our mouths to taste? Oh, I don't know about that. I suppose you could if you wanted, but let's not actually eat the worms. We want to keep them nice and healthy. All right, how fun is this? So, backyard buddies, get outside and play at least 20 minutes today. find some worms, and make some good observations like nature detectives would. Make today a good day to play outside. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.